Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into ReShape Lifesciences' latest 10K, their annual report. Let's see if this company is shaping up for success or if they're more of a before and after cautionary tale. It's all about weight loss solutions, so hopefully their financials aren't too heavy. Alright, let's get started. This report covers the year ending December 31, 2024. It includes all the details about their business, how they performed, and any potential risks they're facing. Think of it as a company's yearly diary, but instead of secrets, it's filled with numbers and legal disclosures. ReShape has three main strategies they are calling pillars for growth. First, they want to run the company in a really focused, efficient way. That means watching the numbers closely and making sure everything they do helps them grow and make money. They've been investing in things like marketing automation, better website design, and streamlining their booking systems with healthcare providers. It's like giving the sales team a turbo boost. The second pillar is expanding their product lineup. They want to offer more products and services. This can happen by creating new things themselves, internal research and development, or by buying other companies or partnering with them. Key to this is their new Lap-Band 2.0 Flex system, also access to the O-Ballon balloon system late in 2025. ReShape's third strategy is making sure they have options for patients all along their weight loss journey. This means working with doctors and experts to gather evidence and show that their products are safe and effective. They've even created a scientific advisory board to get feedback on their plans. It's like having a team of all-star consultants on their side. Their product lineup is focused on weight loss solutions, including the Lap-Band system, like a belt for your stomach to help you eat less, and Lap-Band 2.0 Flex, which is a newer version that's designed to be more comfortable. They also have ReShape calibration tubes, which simplify bariatric procedures. Looking at recent events, it seems they are expanding internationally as well. On February 3, 2025, they snagged a key patent in Israel for their diabetes neuromodulation technology, which could be a big deal for treating type 2 diabetes. It's like planting a flag in new territory. But they also need cash and fast. On February 15, 2025, they sold new shares and warrants for about 233 things apiece. This is to keep the lights on while they are waiting for the merger and asset sale to be completed. Here's where things get interesting. On July 8, 2024, ReShape agreed to merge with Viome Therapeutics Inc. At the same time, they plan to sell most of their asset, everything but the cash, to Ninja Health International Limited for $5.6 million inflammatory drugs, while selling off their current business. To make all this happen, ReShape had to file paperwork with the SEC, including a registration statement. But there are no guarantees, so failure to complete the merger and asset sale could negatively impact their future operations, financial results, and stock price. According to the report at June 30, 2024, the value of their stock held by the public was only $5.6 million. On April 2, 2025, they had about 11.3 million shares outstanding. It means each share is worth only a few cents each. To protect their intellectual property, on March 9, 2023, they actually sued Alurium Technologies for supposedly stealing their patents, but then dropped the claim. In terms of strategy, they used to have national advertising, but now they're doing more localized marketing to better support local surgeons and also reduce costs. There have been advisory letters by the FDA warning of serious adverse events with gastric balloons. Even though the warning letters were specific to liquid-filled intragastric balloons and not the Obalon gas-filled balloons, these letters could create negative perceptions and cause potential harm. Of course, there are plenty of risks involved. It is mentioned throughout the document. For example, if they don't fix their operational issues or get more funding, they might not be able to stay in business. The fluctuating price of their stock and the possibility of the merger falling through are big uncertainties. They say that if they can't improve how they are doing financially or get more money, there's a real chance they might not be able to keep going as a company. Also, if these warrants are converted to cash at very low prices, it could dilute or greatly reduce the value of existing stockholders' ownership. Because things are not looking up, they have recently undertaken a cost reduction plan and reorganization, and that may not work out as planned. They may be unable to attract and retain management and other personnel they need to succeed. If the merger happens, the price that the combined company will fluctuate and may be lower or higher than the price it is today. The number of shares they give Viome in the merger could change based on how much cash ReShape has, so it's all very up in the air. Also, if they don't sell the assets, the value of ReShape will likely be very low, and current management cannot guarantee to you that they can find another buyer or that it will result in good terms. Alright, let's get to the financials. It's time to see the raw numbers. Here's a quick overview of the numbers. Revenue was about $8 million and about $877 billion the year prior. Cost of that revenue was about $2.9 million to $3 million the year prior, giving them a gross profit of about $5 million and about $5.5 million and about $5.5 million the year prior. So revenue is down a little bit. Then we have the operating expenses, which were $20 million this year, but $20.9 million a year before that. So it looks like ReShape got a lot more cost conscious during 2024. Giving them operating loss was about giving them operating loss was about $7.7 million last year. Then they actually did really well on other expenses, and income which totaled a negative 429 extinguishment of debt, meaning some old debt was settled and written off. After a small income tax expense, net loss turns out to be negative $7.111 million for 2024. How about cash? Net cash used in operating activities was $4 million, or about $350K a month. Their net cash provided by financing activities, however, was negative at $677,000, so not great. Overall, that left them with a drop of about $3.8 million in cash, cash equivalents, and restricted cash. They have a substantial doubt about going concern. The main factors that may affect going forward is that their products are seeing less adoption. GLP-1 drugs are taking market share. There are also more weight loss surgeries being performed, and finally consumers may decide to adopt behavioral modifications. They also can't be sure the FDA will not have more restrictions on the Obalong gas-filled balloons. There are some additional fraud, kickback, and corruption risks that have been outlined here. There is some information about their cybersecurity plans, which it seems is mostly handed off to third parties to manage. Lots of risk warnings are included in their report, as they should be, and many reasons have been cited to consider. One big reason they may need more cash is their board has to spend time and energy ensuring internal controls due to previous problems. The failure to consummate the ReShape asset sale may materially and adversely affect ReShape's business, financial condition, and results of operations. One big risk is that despite the expectation, the big asset sale that has to happen for this plan to move forward might not materialize. If the merger with Viome does happen, it might be hard and costly to bring the two companies together, and they might not get all the benefits they expected, and maybe that's why there are already several hedge funds that now own stakes in the company. Now let's put this all together. ReShape Lifesciences is a company at a crossroads. They're trying to pivot to a new strategy, but it's a risky one. The financials are not great, and they are expecting to lose money in the coming year as well. The pending merger and asset sale add a lot of uncertainty. If those deals fall through, they could be in serious trouble. On the other hand, if they succeed, the combined company might be stronger, but it'll be in a completely different business. The new combined business is very different, and they may not be able to handle the change. One thing's for sure, ReShape Lifesciences is not boring. Whether they'll succeed is anyone's guess. Thanks for watching Corporate Decoder. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of corporate finance.